so this program is Final Cut Pro. This is used by many people in the industry, including even I believe some feature films now as well. We're cutting this short comedy caper for the Movieum, where they're attempting to steal some gold from a bank vault, but they can't lift it. In this scene here, and they get surprised by the security guard. But here in Final Cut Pro, this is the timeline where you put all of your film with the sound. Normally, there's no sound on this one, but you put all of your video and you chop it up, and that's where you chop it up and you decide which scene should go to another scene, and you all have it stored in your media bins up the top there. And then you have your viewing screen, so you can see what you're dropping and dragging here. I'll show you a clearer clip. So this scene, the robbers are running away down the corridor after being chased by the security guard, who picks up the shrink ray gun here. And you can do whatever you want. This is where you're crafting the story to do what your characters want them to do. In terms of the differences between film editing and digital editing, this is digital editing. I would imagine, I've never really cut film, I've only really worked in digital, so I sort of take many things for granted. But you're able to sort of do non-linear editing, so you don't have to work with the sort of constraints of time. In a sense, you can also work with everything immediately in the edit suite, where you can adjust the footage, you can colorize it, you can change the speed, you can play with the dimensions of time. Immediately, everything happening inside the edit there and then. Whereas with film, it was a much more sort of manual process, where you were literally chopping and gluing bits of old film reel together, so the possibilities of what you could do were much more limited, in a way that you actually had your hands on the physical material of the film, so there was something very exciting in that. But the extra dimensions that you get in digital, where you can immediately speed something up to hyperspeed, which is what we've done in this sort of comedy film. So all the footage has sort of been speeded up from real time. It's just all you've got to do is just press a couple of buttons and it's done. And you can immediately colour the footage. You can superimpose, like we've done here. You can superimpose lightning streaks, whereas I imagine that would take much more of an effort with actual film. So green screen starts with the actual green screen here. That's what needs to be filmed, so that the computer will recognise which area of the screen needs to be superimposed with another image. And the way you would do that is you place your primary image at the top, the stuff that needs to be superimposed you put underneath, and then as if by magic you go up to all of the effects. These are all the tools and little bits of magic that you can use in the edit. You then go to chroma key, which finds the colour, and there you go. And there your image appears. So at this point the two robbers are in the car, they've been shrunken, and they're being chased by the security guard who's running after them in the corridor. So we wanted to have a shot out the back window of him chasing after them. One of the great things as well, you get a whole variety of free sound effects with modern versions of Final Cut Pro with the editing suite. So we've got like a car in a tunnel, and you can just drag them into your timeline here. This is always the sound in the green layer underneath, and then this is your video that you're editing with. And then you just take your sound and literally put it underneath your clip, and then you just play it from there.